Hi, welcome. I'm Linsey Samper, and today I'm going to show you some movements that you can do to help relieve some stress and tension that you may be feeling in your neck and in your shoulders. It's a very common problem for a lot of my students. I have a lot of people that come and ask me what are some things that they can do to relieve that tension. So if you are one of those people, you are not alone. Just as a disclaimer though, if you have any pre-existing or suspected injuries in your neck or shoulder, I would advise that you get permission from a doctor or an orthopedic before you begin any kind of movement. And if at all during this sequence you experience any kind of pain or discomfort, stop. So we're going to get started, and the whole sequence is going to take place lying down. So no down dogs or planks in this video. So make your way onto your back. And once you get there, keep your knees bent. And as you lay down, I want you to notice where your shoulders are compared to the floor. So a lot of forward folding of the shoulders happens in posture for a lot of us, and that can contribute to extra stress. So notice how far away your shoulder is from the floor. Is it really rounded up, or is your neck hyperextending off of the floor, or is it somewhere closer to the floor? Don't judge yourself for wherever you are. Just notice that's where you have to work. We're going to kind of reset the scapula first. So make fists and dig your elbows into the ground and arch your upper back off the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then set everything back down. Rest your arms down by your side, palms face up. So if you notice, your shoulders should be a little bit closer to the floor now. So we'll begin. Knees bent, arms down by your side, palms facing up. Start with some very slow, subtle movements first. Slide your right arm down towards your right foot. You'll just go a little ways and then bring it back to where it was. And just repeat that several more times. Slide your right arm down towards your foot. Really extend through your arm, but you're not lifting it off the floor at all. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, extend your arms down, reach through your fingertips, and then come back to center. A few more times. Extend your arm out, and bring it back in. One more, extend, really extend through, and bring your arm back to center. We're going to do the same thing, but this time as you extend your arm down towards your foot, turn your head all the way to the left. Reach through your fingertips, and then on your inhale, come back to center. Keep doing that at your own pace. Exhale, turn your head to the left. Extend your arm down toward your foot. Inhale, bring it all back to center. So go at your own pace here. The more you extend and the more you turn your head, the more of a stretch you'll feel through the side of your neck. Let's do 3 more just like that. Inhaling to come back to center. Exhaling, extend your arm down, turn your head to the left. And we'll do 1 more just like that. Exhale, turn your head, move nice and slow. Inhale, come back to center. Other side, so keep your head where it is, and then extend your left arm down towards your left foot. Really reach, but keep your arm on the floor, and then bring it back to where it was. Extend left arm down, and then bring it back to neutral. 3 more, just like that. Reach your arm down and bring it back. Reach through your fingertips as you do this. 2 more. And come back to center. 1 more, just like that. Extend your arm and back to center. So again, we'll add the head turns. As your arm reaches down towards your left foot, turn your head to the right. Really reach through your fingertips. Inhale, bring it all back to center. Exhale, turn your gaze, reach through. Inhale, come back. 3 more. Exhale, turn your head, reach through your arm. Inhale, come back to center. 2 more. Go at your own pace. So with neck pain, it's really important that we don't force anything. I know sometimes it's tempting to do that. But go nice and gentle. Come back to center. And then reach your arms up overhead, palms together. Press your palms together. And then cross your right arm on top of your left and take your hands to opposite shoulders. So go ahead and grab opposite shoulders, your right elbow stacked on top of your left elbow. And moving very gently, start to raise your elbows up and lower them down. And just go nice and slow with your hands on your shoulders. Notice if you feel any kind of popping sensation or not. That might be a little bit of instability in the joint. I have that on my right shoulder. You shouldn't feel pain with this though, so if you feel any kind of pain, especially with lifting the elbows up, don't go that far. We're just warming up the joints of the shoulders. And do one more just like that. Inhale, lift your elbows, and exhale, take them back down. And then bring your elbows to a middle point, so in between the highest and the lowest point that you just did. And straighten your right arm completely, straighten through your fingertips, and use your left hand, start to slide your left hand down your right arm and just gently pull your right arm closer towards your body. So you can choose how deeply you stretch here by how strongly you encourage your right arm towards your body. So you can slide your left hand all the way maybe towards the top of the elbow. Don't go past the elbow. And just pause for a moment. Notice the sensations. And then slowly release. Grab onto opposite elbows this time. You're going to keep your elbows lifted. Grab onto opposite elbows. And we're going to drop the elbows over to the right side. As you do, turn your head to the left. Drop your elbows all the way over. Inhale, back to center. Other side. Exhale, lower your elbows to the left. Turn your gaze to the right. Inhale to center. Moving nice and slow. Exhale, elbows to the right. Gaze to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, turn your head to the right. Inhale, back to center. Good. Stretch your arms up, palms together. Press your palms together. We'll do the other side. So this time, cross your left arm on top of your right. Grab onto opposite shoulders and start to move your elbows up and down. And notice if there's any difference between the two sides. You may notice a big difference in your shoulders, or maybe they're about the same. So moving nice and slowly. If it feels okay, you might be able to get a greater range of motion by going up a little bit higher. Take one more just like that. Inhale, lift your elbows up. Exhale, take them down. Good, and then bring your elbows back to that center point. Straighten your left arm, and then use your right hand. Start to slide your hand down towards your left elbow. You can stop wherever you'd like, and gently pull your left arm closer towards your body. So again, you choose where you like to stop. So the more you slide your hand down towards your elbow, you might get a deeper stretch. So you may need that and you may not. Take a really full breath in. Exhale out, and then grab onto opposite elbows again. This time send your elbows to the left. Turn your head to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, elbows to your right. Gaze to your left. Inhale to center. Two more. Go at your own pace. Move nice and slow. Smooth movements. Take your time and really notice and pay attention to all the details of your movements. That's called being mindful. One more time, elbows to the right, gaze to the left, and then come back to center. Extend your arms up, press your palms together. Now we'll do eagle arms. This one's a little tricky. It may be for you, it may not be for you. You're going to cross your right arm on top of your left, and you're going to cross way up on your upper arm. So not on the elbow, not lower down, but way up here. And then you're going to cross over and grab palm to palm. If you say absolutely not, that's not going to happen, that's okay. Just grab onto your shoulders just the way we did before. So if you have your eagle arms, pull your hands away from your face. And wherever you're at, whether you're in eagle arms or you've grabbed onto your shoulders, I want you to press your bottom arm into your top arm and your top arm into your bottom arm. So very strongly press both arms into each other. And then slowly release out, move very slowly. Extend your arms up, press your palms together. Other side, cross your left arm on top of your right and then spin them around, bring palm to palm or grab onto your shoulders. Pull your hands away from your face and then same thing as before. press your bottom arm into your top arm into your bottom arm. Press strongly both arms together, and then slowly release. Extend the arms up, press the palms together. And then we'll roll over onto our side. Let's roll over onto our left side. Keep your knees bent, and you can use your left arm as a pillow if you would like. And then rest your right arm on your right hip. Keep your head in a neutral position so you're not leaning way forward. And then lift your right arm maybe a foot or so off of your hip. And really reach through your arm. Straighten through your arm, reach through your fingertips. And I mean really reach. Nothing passive here. And the more you reach, the more you engage like that, you'll feel sensations running up and down your arm. Now, if you'd like, you can start to experiment maybe lowering the hand a little bit, really reach through, or maybe raising it a little bit. And I want you to experiment for yourself and find just the right spot that works for you, where you feel a nice stretch through the arm, maybe through the side of the neck. Really reach strongly as you can, and then come onto your back, and we'll take our second side. So roll over onto your right side, keep your knees bent, use your right arm as a pillow if you like, and then left arm will rest on your left hip. Lift the arm a little bit, maybe a foot or so off of your hip, and then start to reach through that arm. Imagine that someone is pulling on your arm and trying to pull your arm away from your body. That's what you're trying to mimic yourself. So really reach through your fingertips, reach through your arm bones. And then again, if you would like, you can start to experiment. Maybe go down an inch or two, maybe go up an inch or two, or maybe stay where you are if that feels good. And just find the right amount of stretch, but every time really keep reaching as far as you can. Reach. Keep breathing, keep your face relaxed. And then slowly come onto your stomach. We're gonna roll over onto our belly. We're gonna do a nice stretch for the chest muscles right around your pecs. So that's another cause, very commonly, really tight pecs cause really rounded shoulders that can contribute to neck and shoulder pain. So I want you to pay attention here. We're gonna take your left arm out to the side at 10 o'clock. So not 12 o'clock, not 9 o'clock, about 10 or 11 o'clock, okay, out to the side at an angle. And I want you to keep your palm on the floor and then bend your elbows slightly. So elbow is slightly bent. Take your left cheek to the earth and then bend your knees. And then start to take your legs over to the left side, roll onto your left side. But I want you to go too far. Find just the right spot that gives you a nice stretch through that chest muscle. I keep my right hand in front of me on the floor, and I use that to kind of gauge and help myself stay at a nice, comfortable level. So you want to find your edge, that point where you're getting a really good stretch, but you're not in any kind of pain. You might find after a little while you can go a little bit further, or you might stay where you're at. And I want you to notice the sensations on this side, because very often the two sides are going to be drastically different. Good, and we'll slowly come back to center. Extend your legs out, and we'll do the second side. So right arm out to the side, about 2 o'clock. And then palm on the floor, bend your elbow just a little bit. Right cheek to the floor, bend your knees. And then take your legs over to the right side and start to roll on your right side. So you might be able to go really far. You might not be able to go very far at all. By the way, you can also have your legs straight if that works for you. I prefer to have my knees bent. And then use your left hand to kind of brace yourself. And you can use that hand to push yourself a little bit more, or to just support where you're at. Take a couple of really deep breaths. Try to release as much as you can. Notice what your mind tends to do. Sometimes when you're in a really deep stretch or a lot's going on in your body, the mind starts to panic. So just take a couple of deep breaths. Know that it'll be over soon. know that you can come out of it whenever you want. Take one more full breath in, and then slowly make your way back to center. We'll do one last movement for the head and neck. Take your right cheek to the earth and just rest your right cheek down. Just as simple as that. So depending on the kind of range of motion that you have in your head and in your neck, this may be enough for you. We just want to get a nice stretch for the neck. So just notice the sensations in your neck and in your shoulder. If you feel really great here, stay here. If you need a little bit more, you can slide your left hand underneath your right cheek so that your hand serves as a wedge and it starts to turn your head a little bit more. And you'll know you're at the right intensity if you're able to relax any tension after about 5 seconds. But if you're still really gripping and holding on to tension, then you might have gone too far. So you can take your hand out from under your cheek. But just see how much you can relax, how much you can let go. And use your exhales for that. That's your tool for being able to release some more muscle tension. Deep breaths in, long, slow exhales. And then if you have your hand underneath your cheek, slowly take it out, but keep your cheek on the ground. Take just a couple of breaths here. And we're going to go to the other side, but I want you to go as absolutely slowly as you possibly can. So moving microscopically slow, begin to lift your head off of the floor. Very, very slow. When you go really slow like this, you start to notice just how heavy your head really is, and start to turn your head to the side so you can kind of get a better idea of how much work your neck muscles are constantly doing to keep your head upright. Come onto your left side, on your left cheek. And again, stay here for just a minute. Even if you'd like to go further, stay here. And again, a lot of us have imbalances, so if you are able to go really far on one side, it doesn't always mean you'll be able to go as far on the other side. So just take note of that and honor that in your body. So if you'd like to get a little bit more, again, slide your right hand underneath your left cheek. Take a really full breath in. And exhales allow you to release a little more, surrender a little more. Notice where you're holding on to tension and let go of it. We hold on to so much in our lives, so much in our bodies, things that don't serve us. So learn to let go. And also when we're working in muscles that are tight and we're stretching them, there's layers of tension. So you may notice that maybe after 30 seconds or 45 seconds, you start to feel new tension kind of tightening up. It's just a deeper layer. That happens quite a bit. Take one more full breath in. And then if you have your hand underneath your cheek, slowly slide it out. Rest your cheek on the floor. Take a couple of breaths here. And then once again, moving very slowly, I want you to start to lift your head off of the floor. Notice what muscles have to engage to do that. And I want you to turn your head to the center of your mat. Stack your hands on top of one another and rest your forehead down. As you take just a couple of breaths here, really focus on placing the breath in your belly. So allow your belly to expand against the ground on your inhales. Keep your shoulders soft and relaxed. Let your forehead be heavy against your hands. And take one more full breath out. If your body's feeling heavy and this just feels really great to you, then stay here for as long as you'd like. Whenever you are ready, you can place your hands underneath your shoulders. Press all the way back up to a comfortable seated position. So I hope you found a little bit of relief. Now the challenge for you is, as you go about your day, to try to maintain that looseness in your body. So I want you to notice if and when you start to contract and create some tension in your body, what are the circumstances? Are you talking to someone, talking to a particular someone? Are you on your computer or reading? And just start to be aware of those moments when you start to create that tension and remind yourself to release. And with practice, that will become more automatic. So thank you again for practicing with me. I hope to see you next time. Namaste.